Here are the two best ones, and then we'll cover important questions and topics. At a time when the biggest prop firm is going through a PR crisis of payout denials and ghost orders failing traders, the reputation of Topstep is as important as it's ever been. Yes, obviously the affordability and funding process, up to 5 trading accounts, great payout policy, and more makes them one of the best, but they've been around forever and continue to make positive rather than negative changes. You can trade through NinjaTrader, TradeDay, and many more platforms, but the big reason I personally joined them is because they recently built their own trading platform called Topstep X. This platform cuts commissions by 25 to 50% and higher, and leasing a seat on the actual futures exchange is practically the only way to pay rates like these. Look at the savings after just 100 contracts are traded, and think about how much of an impact that has long term. It's got features like chart trading, a built-in trade copier, and even risk management settings for the evaluation. This means you can specify a max daily profit and loss that when hit will lock you out of your account for the rest of the day. This is an extremely good feature that most firms don't even allow. I know change is hard, so I made a super fast platform tutorial linked in the pinned comment that covers everything. Topstep is my #1 pick for everyone regardless of whether you trade through the new platform or not. With the risk management settings allowing you to set max daily losses, it was an obvious choice to move there for me. Now, I don't say they're the best because I'm partnered with them. I partnered with them because I think they're the best. My link to Topstep in the description or pinned comment with the standard discount already applied supports me at no extra cost to you. And now my second pick is TradeDay. It's hard to beat this 25k and 10k account since the profit target is the same as the max drawdown, but you can see the 50k account is also extremely good. All 3 of those accounts are hard to beat right now, and make sure to look at the pinned comment for any updates to the information in this video. This industry changes quickly. Anyways, the 25k account from TradeDay is the one that I was using when I got that payout you see in the bottom left. Using my link down below with code IMAN gets you the highest available discount with them. So again, you can see that the 50k account has a $500 smaller profit target than Topstep's, the 100k account has a $1,000 smaller profit target, and TradeDay's somewhat unique 25k and 10k accounts are very good as well. You just have to decide if TradeDay's higher prices are worth it for the technically easier to pass evaluations. TradeDay's payout policy recently changed, although it's not nearly as bad as I initially thought. It would not have affected my payout at all, and it doesn't really affect anyone who plans on building the account. You now have to build a buffer the size of the account's total drawdown before taking a payout. For example, the 25k account has to have a balance of $1,500 before you can take money out, and then there are no restrictions beyond the minimum withdrawal. Remember, the trailing drawdown stops with Topstep and TradeDay at the account's starting balance. It does not move up after this, which is a common misconception. There's essentially no payout rules beyond the minimum withdrawal once the max drawdown hits the starting balance. That is the buffer. This change is why I specifically recommend TradeDay's 50k and under accounts, even though the 100k account is really good in comparison to other firms. Needing a $2,000 minimum balance on the 50k account would still not have affected my payout, but I feel like that buffer isn't fair once you get to the bigger accounts. So 50k and lower is my recommendation. Now, for Topstep's payout policy, you just need 5 total winning days before you can request up to 50% of your account balance. And a winning day means making $200 or more. Those days do not need to be in a row, and your balance doesn't need to be $1,000. You just need those 5 winning days. And then if your account balance was $250, you could withdraw $125 if you wanted to, or you could do the smart thing and build the account. It is nice to take a little payout to cover the fees though. Makes you less sad when you blow the account knowing that at least you profited by $9. Most traders fail? Not me, buddy. Personally, I do not recommend firms like Apex with an intraday trailing drawdown system. The illustration demonstrates how Apex's max drawdown trails the highest unrealized profit of a trade, whereas Topstep and TradeDay's drawdown system is only calculated after the day is over. The intraday drawdown will only move up when the account hits a new high, but it'll stay there even if the realized P&L ends up being lower like in the picture. I think that's a horrible system, and that's why firms like Apex usually have a better drawdown to profit target ratio than end-of-day drawdown firms. I gave you my opinion, but you decide for yourself based on your trading style. As for Apex, absolutely not. They've been having so many issues lately that they completely shut down their massive Discord server right after I made this video. We're talking trades opening and closing on their own, including one person who didn't even have their computer on, not being able to close active positions, Apex blaming the traders even when there was proof from hundreds of traders all experiencing the same issue at the same time, and so much more. You wouldn't believe how many people reached out about payouts being denied and accounts being failed due to connection issues after I made this video. If you think I'm exaggerating or clickbaiting, just watch it and see for yourself. And right before they shut down their server, which conveniently stops their traders from having a voice for when they experience issues, by the way, Apex experienced another server crash affecting thousands of accounts. The significance of the message you're looking at from this moderator means that Apex doesn't have to reset the accounts affected by connection issues. Coincidence that they shut down their server after this? I think Apex's only redeeming quality is the price of their evaluations being lower than everyone else. But wait a sec. Their 80% off discount saves you just $16 in comparison to Topstep's 50K account. Of course, if you're willing to pay more, TradeDay's 50K account is almost the same as Apex's, except it has an end-of-day drawdown, so it's way better, but it is much more expensive. So is $16 worth having a terrible payout policy that limits your withdrawals for 4 months, various rules they can use to deny your payout based on your trading style, like adding just once to a losing position, and customer support that actively blames you for issues caused by Apex and Rhythmic? Is saving $16 really worth that? They would have gotten away with the connection issues destroying both evaluations and funded accounts for much longer if my video hadn't put them in the spotlight. Issues with all firms will happen every once in a while, but all firms do not handle issues like Apex did. Traders deserve better than that. Yes, there are other firms, but make sure you compare everything about them to TradeDay and Topstep, because every time someone asks me about one, the firm either has 1. Worse evaluations, 2. Higher costs without being better, 3. Comically terrible and restrictive payout policies, or 4. Somehow meeting all 3 of those conditions. Why are you paying barely less, the same, or even more for a firm that is objectively worse in practically every way? Look, the prop firm industry changes extremely quickly, and I'd like to give all these smaller firms the chance to get better instead of just obliterating them one by one in this video. For now, I see no clear competitor to Topstep and TradeDay. What I do see are policies that are equal to or worse than Apex's in terms of making up rules to keep you from getting payouts. Stop it. Just stop. I'll update the pinned comment when this changes. It's entirely likely that maybe there is a worthy competitor out there right now and I just don't know of them. Always do your own research. You'll have to do your own research for Forex firms, because the only thing I know about them is that they keep getting in trouble for not being legit. But maybe consider trying a futures prop firm if you're tired of not trading on a centralized exchange and getting your shit rocked by your broker. Yes, obviously some are legit, but so far it seems like every firm that's gotten in trouble for scamming people has been with Forex and not futures. That might change because of Apex, but we'll see. Everything else we're going to talk about applies to all firms though. The firms I recommended aren't like Apex with wacky rules banning certain risk-reward ratios or adding to losing trades so they can deny your payouts, but it is up to you to understand the simple rules that all firms have. Shockingly, I was able to find Topstep's FAQ section by Googling Topstep FAQ, and they actually have a bot that can answer questions. Pretty cool. Prop firms differ in their rules, and it's up to you to learn them. For example, Topstep says 1 day's profit can't be over 50% of the total profit target. You'll find a similar consistency rule among all firms. Another one is trading times. Some firms don't let you hold a position through the market close. Not knowing that would be a sad reason to fail an evaluation. And for the final example, news events. Rules differ, but most firms don't let you hold positions through high-impact news events and reports. If you don't understand why you're not allowed to gamble with 10 contracts on the NASDAQ when the inflation data comes out, then you probably shouldn't be wasting money trying to get funded based on the correlation between that and a trader's experience level. Remember, an evaluation tests your trading skills. I'm not going to pay $50 to enter a golf tournament expecting to actually make money because I'm not good at it. Get the analogy? Alright, forexfactory.com shows you all the news stuff for free. Don't fail an evaluation because you opened a trade during the federal Big Mac balance report. In fact, maybe just avoid this day entirely. There's some weird stuff going on. Trading without an edge is either gambling or just learning, so do your learning on a sim account instead of wasting money. Please, come on. Be smart. Alright, now let's speed run the general important stuff. Taxes. You are not employed by the firm, you are a sole proprietor. The firm gives you money. That's income, you pay taxes on it later. you do not get the 60/40 tax treatment you would get if trading through a broker. Each firm will have an in-depth description with more information on that. Why trade through a firm? You're paying a predetermined price for access to a large amount of capital. If you fail the funded account and lose all the money, they take that loss. You just have to pass the evaluation again. If you make money, Topstep and TradeDay let you keep 100% of the first $10,000 you make, and then it's a 90-10 profit split after that. You keep 90% of the profits. I'd rather lose $50 on an evaluation than lose $2,000 on a personal account. Again, stay on a sim account for a while if you're new, and remember that firms make certain approaches very good and some very bad. They do not favor low win rate, loss, grand slam type strategies. Look at the rules, actually think about what's smart and what's not. Set a budget for yourself on spending per month. If you just started trading and you end up dumping $1,000 into firms in 1 month because you reset your account 15 times, first of all, that's a gambling problem, or at least extreme financial irresponsibility. Second of all, why did you enter a golf tournament without knowing how to golf? Expecting to, win the golf tournament. Was it because the payout was appealing as a way to get rich quick? That is not what trading is. Take a step back, be smart about this. Trading is the hardest way to make easy money. Firms favor certain trading styles. Read the rules. Don't spend real money until you have an edge. And even then, never risk money you can't afford to lose. Firms change quickly, so make sure to check the pinned comment for updates and of course the discounts on the only 2 firms that I use. Consider checking out my new channel, which is for personal attacks, strawmans, ad hominems, and other fun stuff, like re-uploading the Trading Geek's entire deleted apology video he released after I exposed him for being a fraud. Now, I have made much more money than I've spent with prop firms, but I am not consistently profitable and have always been 100% transparent about everything. I'm only partnered with products I personally use, and it was a no-brainer for me to switch to Topstep in order to use Topstep X. Use prop firms as a tool responsibly. There's not much more I can say than what I already have about that. Thank you so much to my patrons who I've scammed into giving me money. There's nothing on how to trade there, just some cool stuff. Thank you.